So class, today we will start studying about total internal reflection through 45 degree, 90 degree and 45 degree prism or right angled isosceles prism. What happens here is, so in this way we can invert the image the way we use, okay, we can invert the image, deviate the image through 90 degree, okay, and we can deviate the ray of light through 180 degree, or we can erect the inverted image, we can make it straight without producing deviation in its path. Okay, a prism having an angle 90 degree between the two refracting surfaces and the other two angles each equal to 45 degree means we have a 90 degree here and we have two 45 degree here. This is one refracting surface and this is one refracting surface. In between the two refracting surface you will have a 90 degree. That's what is written here. You have an angle of 90 degree between the two refracting surface and the other two angles are 45 degree. Okay, then it is called as total reflecting prism. We know one thing, that total internal reflection means when the ray of light is incident in such a way that it is, the incident angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle, then we will not have any refraction, but we will have total reflection which is internally reflected. So it is total internal reflection, okay, at an angle which is equal to the angle of incidence. So first you see this picture, you can see here we have, suppose the object is kept here, because see the arrow mark always shows that the incident ray, right, and the incident ray is falling normally at this phase. If it goes normally from here, which is the object, p dash is the object. Okay, so actually every point on the object gets incident. Okay, incident ray falls from every point from the object, but we will consider only two rays, one is from the top and one is from the bottom, p dash. See, p from the ray p, it is incident normally on the face AB and it passes undeviated into the prism, and then it strikes at the face AC at an angle of incidence which is 45 degree. How we can say that it is 45 degree? Just see, this is an angle here. If it is an angle here, this is falling normally, right? Normally means 90 degree. If this is 90 degree, this will be already 45 degree, we know. So this also will be 45 degree, because sum of the three angles of the triangle should be equal to 180 degree. So this is 90 degree, this is 45 degree, this is 45 degree. Now if this is 45 degree, just draw a normal here. If you draw a normal here, this is 45 degree. So the angle of incidence, what is the angle of incidence? The angle between the incident ray and the normal. This is the normal. Can you see the dotted line? This is the normal and this is the incident ray. So angle of incidence is 45 degree. Now we know that the critical angle for glass is 42 degree and angle of incidence is 45 degree. Now 45 degree is more than 42 degree. Therefore it will suffer total internal reflection and it comes down. Okay, I hope you are clear. Same way p dash also, a ray from p dash will strike at the face AB at q dash, then it will go undeviated and fall and suffer the refraction. So how is the image formed? That means the image was like this, and then the image was like this at p dash, and then it will be deviated through 90 degree. This p will come here, this p dash will come here. That means it is like this, the image will be like this. Okay, I hope you understood. The image is like this and the image will be formed like this. The deviation of the image is 90 degree. First it was like this, now it will be like this. So why? Because it has suffered two times refraction, first on AB and then on BC. Okay, these are the two refracting edges, refracting surfaces. One is first surface is AB and the next surface is BC. Understood? Here also the surface BC, this ray is actually the total internal reflection. Okay, but for this BC, this ray is incident ray and it passes passes undeviated normally outside, okay, because it emerges out undeviated as it falls 90 degree on the surface BC. Clear? Now same way, by the principle of reversibility, we can say that if the object, instead of here, if it would have been kept here like this, then on this side, from this side, if you have viewed it, you would have seen that the image would be like this. Understood? That means this is a 90 degree deviation. The object was like this, the image is like this. And if you keep it at this side, the object is like this, the image will be like this. I hope it is clear. So the use of this is, the action of prism is used in periscope, where a total reflecting prism is preferred over a plane mirror. So till now you have studied that we use plane mirror for periscope, but we know that in plane mirror a little part of the light gets absorbed. Okay, therefore, in order to get more clarity and avoid absorption, we use total reflecting prism in place of plane mirror. Okay. Same way we can see this, to deviate a ray of light through 180 degree. Here also the same story continues. This time we are keeping the object here. Okay. If we keep the object here in this way, the ray passes like this, undeviated. First it will strike this surface, okay, AB, in such a way that it is 45 degree. So when it is 45 degree, always we know that the critical angle for glass is 42 degrees, so it will suffer, the ray will suffer total internal reflection, and it will go at an angle equal to the angle of incidence. Okay, angle of incidence is 45 degree, so angle of reflection will be also 45 degree, and it will go this side. Again in this phase also it will fall in such a way that the angle of incidence is 45 degree, which is more than the critical angle 42 degree. Therefore again it will suffer total internal reflection, and it will come down like this. So how was the image? This way. Image is like this towards the right. So it has turned 90 degree, 90 degree. Okay, along PQ like this. So it has turned 90 degree plus 90 degree now. So it is 180 degree deviation. You can study the whole story here. Okay, then the use of this prism is, it is used in binocular and camera to invert the image without loss of intensity. Okay, why loss of intensity is not there, avoided? Because we are using total internal reflection, because there is no absorption in total internal reflection. It will reflect 100% light. Okay, we have another prism. Here we have another prism called erecting prism, and in this prism it's the same prism only, you can see it's the same prism, but we keep it in this way such that here we have the object in this face AB. We keep the prism and we keep the object here. Here also we are keeping the prism like that only, but we are keeping the object in this place. Okay, in this place, but here we keep it on the left, pointing downwards. Now here what happens is, when we keep the object like this, these are the two incident rays, and it is falling on the face AB at an angle which is less than the critical angle 42 degree. That's why it suffers refraction. It does not suffer total internal reflection but refraction. Okay, and when it suffers refraction, what happens when it goes from rarer to denser medium? It goes towards the normal. So it falls like this on this face AC. Now when it falls on the face AC, it falls in such a way at an angle greater than the critical angle. Angle of incidence here is greater than the critical angle. So it suffers total internal reflection, and now this time this total internal reflected ray is an incident ray to the face to the surface BC. So here it suffers again refraction, not total internal reflection. Therefore it suffers refraction while it goes from denser to rarer medium, so it moves away from the normal, and therefore the object is P dash Q dash. You can see here it is pointing down and here it is pointing up. Okay, it is pointing down and here it is pointing up. That means it has erected the image. Okay, the object is inverted to the image is upward direction, object is downward direction. See, where is the arrowhead from here it went here up, bottom of the arrow it went here down. So this prism we use it in a slide projector. Okay, we use prism kept in this position, object kept like this facing the prism in a slide projector. Clear?